What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Christy here. Actually, I should say welcome back to myself, as I have been absent for quite some time. I will do another video on why I've been absent for some time. A lot of it has to do with inconsistency and distractions. Today, this video is about my consultation with another breast cancer reconstruction surgery. So today is April 28th, so we're at the very end of April right now, 2020. March Around March 13th, everyone went on to basically a mandatory lockdown because of the coronavirus. So I was actually scheduled to have I was scheduled March 25th to have reconstruction surgery with the same plastic surgeon that put in my expanders. Now, mind you, my bilateral mastectomy was August 30th, 2018. And here we are, April 2020. It's almost been 2 years, and I still have tissue expanders in. It's like having bricks stitched to my chest. Yes, it is very uncomfortable, but I waited all this time because going into the mastectomy, I didn't know my cancer had spread. So I also had opted to get implants later. So I did chemo and then I did radiation, and here we are. I was going to get implants last month with the same plastic surgeon, but it was a blessing in disguise because over the last year, I have had a very close friend of mine. She has breast implant illness. And so I do a lot of research on everything, and I'm really an advocate for myself when it comes to everything. So I did my research, and I decided that I don't want to get implants. So I looked for another plastic surgeon, and I found one at Northwestern University in Chicago. I booked an appointment with him in January. He was booked all the way out until May. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and have my implants put in, and then I'll just deal with, the implants later. Whether it be that, I'm happy with them, which is always the hopeful outcome, right? Is that, we always hope for the best outcome, but we just never know, especially when it comes to breast cancer. So blessings in disguise. I didn't have my surgery because the last surgery that my plastic surgeon did was on March 13th. And he actually did a very, very good friend of mine. She had a tram flap, which is where they basically, he did a tummy tuck. So she has an incision across her belly, and he put her belly fat over one breast. So then I was like, okay, you know what? There's a lot of options here. So Dr. Kim, which is out of Northwestern University, here comes May. Well, they reached out to me and they were like, hey, you want to have a virtual consultation since we can't go anywhere right now? And I was like, absolutely. So I talked to him about my situation, of why I don't want implants and how I would much rather be natural, but I don't have a lot of body fat, and the deep flap is not an option for me. I know it's not a bad problem to have, right? So he told me, he says, well, I can't really help you, but I have a colleague who can. So he put me in touch with Dr. Ellis out of Northwestern, and he's a microsurgeon. So we had a consultation today, and I'm extremely excited because I believe that that's the route that I'm going to go. Now, he's, I have to go and meet him in person sometime in May so that he can really assess me. And he told me what he will have to do is do a CAT scan of my thighs, because that is where the most of my fat is in my body, is in my legs and in my butt. So there's different names for it, like tug or pap. It just depends on what area of the thigh that the surgeon takes the fat and the blood vessels from, because they have to take the blood vessels and put it in the breast in order for it to, the blood to continue to flow in that area. So in May, I will have a consultation in person with him, and he is not doing surgeries until July. But my options are he can take the fat from my thigh and put it in my breast. Now, I had a nipple sparing mastectomy, so I really don't have. The only scar that I have is directly under my breast, which is just the crease under my breast. And I told him my concerns about scarring, and he told me that he could use the same incisions that my previous surgeon used, so I won't have a lot of scarring. And it just all depends on whether he goes vertical or horizontal in my thighs. But that's great news. Also, he said that if I wanted to get a little bit fuller, I could start off with an implant and then eventually take the implants out as we do more fat grafting. So that's great too. So that's my plan, is I'm going to postpone. I'm not going to do the implant surgery. I'm going to go meet him instead and let's see where it goes. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I'll be uploading a lot of videos that I had done over the last year almost that I have not really posted videos, and I plan to do a whole lot more. So thank you so much for following me on this journey, and feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm here to help in any way that I can, and I'll see you on the next video.